Ooh, do I love this topic. One reason I love this topic is because it causes a lot of controversy. A lot of people are going to backlash and say, Chad, you're wrong, Chad this, Chad that. But pretty much I want to give my take on diet soda. Is it bad for you? Is aspartame going to give you cancer? Is diet soda going to make you fat? This, that, and all the crap that people say about diet soda. So let's get right into this. Alright, so let's get the most controversial part of diet soda out of the way first. Aspartame. So what are some of the claims that people are making about aspartame? The number one thing that people say that aspartame is doing is that it's cancer causing. So instead of just jumping to conclusion and assuming that it's cancer causing because everybody says it's cancer causing, I actually went and did my research on websites and places that actually perform studies and come up with conclusions, because it's really the only way to find out if it's true, if it's cancer causing. So aspartame, let's read what the study says. This I actually found extremely interesting. So this is pretty much the part that it just sums up everything. So it says, however, experiments have shown that the doses of aspartame required to pose danger to humans are far larger than what any normal person can consume in a day. The FDA has set the acceptable daily intake for aspartame at 50 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, the equivalent of a whopping 18 to 19 cans of diet soda. So, if you plan on drinking 18 to 19 cans of diet soda, then yes, aspartame may pose an issue that creates a threat of developing cancer later on in life. But majority of these people's claims are because they're either reading a study that was done on some sort of animal, like a rat or something, or they're just jumping to conclusions because maybe a study said there was a slight possibility. But now that you know, that possibility is only possible if you're drinking 18 to 19 cans a day. Chad, what about sucralose? That's also in diet soda. Alright, so what is sucralose for those of you guys that don't know? Sucralose is a 0-calorie artificial sweetener known as Splenda. So Splenda equals sucralose, has 0 calories. Our body doesn't recognize it as sugar, so it doesn't break down and provide any caloric value. Okay, so what about sucralose? This is what the study says. The acceptable daily intake for sucralose is 5 milligrams per kilogram of body weight per day. But the typical person estimated daily intake is significantly lower, 1.6 milligrams per kilogram per day. Human trials haven't reported any significant dangerous effects for sucralose at all, but similarly, damn, that's a hard word to say, to studies on aspartame, some research has found a relationship between sucralose and headaches. So, unless you think a headache is a massive thing that's going to kill us, then sucralose and aspartame provide 0 threat to your health unless you're drinking 18 to 19 cans or you're going over the limit of 5 milligrams per kilogram of body, 5 milligrams per kilogram per day of sucralose. So yeah, you're gonna have a serious addiction to diet soda and drink a shit ton of it if you want to pose any threats from sucralose or aspartame. Okay, some studies actually say that drinking diet soda is going to create some sort of metabolic syndrome or some sort of metabolic conditions or diseases. So reading further into this study, every study has to post a disclaimer at the bottom. The disclaimer for this one reads, as all current research has found diet soda sweeteners to be safe per se, a tentative conclusion is that the diet soda is harmless when paired with otherwise controlled diets. Many people who have bad diets consume diet soda in an attempt to do less damage. We all know that. This results in an incorrect conclusion that diet soda leads to an unhealthy condition. So pretty much what the study said is if you drink diet soda, you're gonna get these metabolic conditions. These people that also drank diet soda also were consuming shit tons of calories and awful foods. So their metabolic conditions weren't actually coming from drinking diet soda. Their metabolic conditions were coming from eating a whole bunch of other crap and being in a massive caloric surplus and consuming tons of excess calories, getting fat, causing metabolic conditions. So it was unfair for them to say that it was from the diet soda when it really was from their shitty diet. So let's wrap this up into conclusion, and I'll tell you why I think diet soda is actually a good idea when paired with a respectable diet. So to conclude, diet soda can be a great addition to a already good diet. So, or a weight loss diet. We'll talk about weight loss diet. So it's, if you are trying to lose weight, you're restricting your calories, you're usually eating foods that don't have any sweetness to it, you're usually just eating pretty bland, shitty foods. After a while, that can get extremely boring. And then you're gonna have cravings for things like ice cream, candy, all these really awesome sweet foods, but these sweet foods also have tons and tons of calories. So we need to find an alternative. That alternative, and I've used this alternative when I have done weight cuts, is diet soda. Why do I like diet soda? 0 calories, has the sweet taste, helps you get over the cravings, and allows you to prolong your diet. So now that we know that aspartame isn't a big deal unless you're gonna have 18 to 19 cans of soda a day, same thing goes for sucralose, then you should be implementing, if you have cravings, some sort of 0 calorie sweetener drink. It doesn't have to be diet soda. For me, it was diet soda, but there's tons and tons and tons of 0 calorie drinks out there that utilize artificial sweeteners, that utilize sucralose to give it that sweet taste. So in conclusion, don't be afraid of the aspartame, don't be afraid of sucralose, and don't be afraid of diet soda, because it's not gonna kill you unless you're freaking having 18 to 19 cans a day. So that's my take on diet soda. Use it wisely. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you share this video so that people can get this knowledge. Hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.